hello, and welcome to Buyer First Bites website reviews, which is part of Buyer First Bites newsletter series sponsored by Navatic. And we are going to be focusing on reviewing websites to see what are the better practices that will get you closer to Buyer First mission. And we will be reviewing website, which is one of my favorites that actually gets close to these three criteria. How to get your website more accessible. This means, can your visitors really book some time with your sales team fast? Is it really easy? Is your sales team reachable? The second criteria is it usable? Can your visitors get their hands on your product quickly? Can they understand the value that you are actually creating? And the third criteria is it visible? Is your pricing visible? Is your packaging visible? Can they really understand your product bundles and what they get, like what value they get in each and every product tier? So with this in mind, I would really love us to check how Appcues website is performing on all those criteria. And I would also like to now introduce myself. I'm Anushka. I'm messaging strategist and conversion copywriter for B2B SaaS. And since I specialize in website copy and optimizing demo experiences for B2B SaaS, I would also love to add another layer. And this is, let's review everything also through jobs to be done perspective. Let's see, when your visitors are landing on your website, let's see if they can quickly find what basically solve for their job that they are coming here to solve for, but also, are you matching their emotional journey? And are you matching their social journey on side of your functional journey? So let's start. I will share Appcues website and let us briefly review how they solve for all these criteria. Best thing you can start to actually get your website closer to buyer first mission is start with a 5-second test. So let's see, user engagement for SaaS. Activate your user base with multi-channel without waiting on developers book a demo. Perfect. So I can right away see that even just consuming this hero section, that it's all about the increasing user engagement for SaaS. It's activating more of your user base. So they are perfectly solving for these jobs to be done that your visitors are landing on the site. And what's very beautiful about this is this copy is kind of empowering because hop in the driver's seat or without waiting on developers, it's something which is solving for the emotional part. So they are actually opening more doors and driving their visitors to actually take the action. Let's now see what is the action. So they are optimizing to book a demo session. And this is very interesting because obviously they want their visitors to get to their sales teams as quickly as possible. We are now here on demo request page. So I see I can pretty quickly book a demo. It's interesting they are also adding more fields. There is last name, there is how many total full-time employees. So what I really love about this form is that they are not only getting, trying to get as many visitors on their form as quickly as possible, they are also optimizing for quality leads, which is perfect if you don't want to stress your sales team. Let's see the action. Pick a day and time. I think this is actually really admirable because they make this action seem so easy. Just pick a day and time. So They are not making it seem like it's more work for their visitors, which is really better practice. Now, this is above the standard demo request page because they are actually solving some of the friction I may have as I'm journeying more to taking this action, because there is this stacking of social proof, which is very powerful technique. So they are sharing a testimonial from some influential authority figure. There is safety in numbers because they are sharing that we actually already have 1.5K of companies trusting us. And then there is the usual logo bar. So this is like multi-layer social proof to get me to take the action, which I think is beautiful and it's well done on the accessible criteria 10 points. What I would change a bit though is I have kind of a placeholder copy here. It's not doing enough to actually move me forward, but it's on very scannable, very visible level. So I would put this as eyebrow copy above just tiny reference or anchoring point where you are, and then schedule personalized demo, and then definitely put something like this, which is more action oriented, more outcome oriented on the H1 place. So deliver the frictionless product-led experience your users demand. So this is pretty well done. And let's now see what else is there. They are de-optimizing, but it's still available to start a free trial. So this is one way to actually get my hands on the product. And it's also great practice because I suspect that Appcues really know their traffic and they know that there are people who prefer to right away start a free trial. There is high market sophistication. They know what these apps are all about. They just want to see it from the inside out. There are more humanistic decision-making modalities that are landing on their homepage. For them, they are optimizing to book a demo. So really nicely done. I can hop on the interactive tour. I can activate the free trial. I can schedule demo also here, but I can actually get to see the product. I will return here briefly. I first want to see how they are layering and building their messaging hierarchy as we are moving on their homepage. And I just want to check how really easy it is to get visitors' hands on their product. Let's see. So I scroll and I already here see some use cases, and it's perfect because it's following the mission of their ideal customer profile persona that actually need this application. So there is onboarding and activating, keeping them coming back. So building that habit, announcing new features. And for each and every, I have a minimalistic video where I can have like this, in a nutshell, overview of the product, which is always also visually driving me forward. So this is also very nice that it's actually following the process of their persona, their preferred persona. So you can see they are thinking, they know their ideal customer, which is a very good buyer first practice. Then, as I'm scrolling, I have this kind of a collage of product features. And at first, I may be overwhelmed, and I have been actually thinking, why put everything so like in one view and having it almost without any portioning or sequencing order? And then I realized there are different modalities that are consuming your website copy. And if somebody is searching for some kind of like almost a checklist of features, they can see it here. And there is visual picture, and then there is some copy accompanying this. So they are again solving for one segment of their traffic. And as I move forward, again, I get some great social proof. It's moving me forward because it's again stacking. It's like having a mini case studies with a logo bar to just assure me that I am indeed on the right address. And then I get to the how of the product, which again, I just want to really highlight this. This is best practice of how you should be doing your product feature announcements and presentation. Because look at this visual language and look at this copy. Hierarchy is just perfect here. It's keeping me anchored with what is this all about. They are actually using the larger font, so higher hierarchical age for outcome-oriented headlines. I have just brief body text to keep me for those who need more information. And they are solving beautifully for scalability. For those fast-moving decision makers, this is easy to absorb and easy to understand. So the context that they are creating is perfect. And then how they match this with the visual, where it's like the process, it's all familiar and it all feels so well catered. And they do this over and over again. Look at this, all green, large numbers, something that I want to achieve. So it's something desirable, and they are projecting me that, hey, you too can achieve this 15% lift in your conversions. So really well done. So this is another layer of where I can see their product, but it's no noise. It's very nice. Some more social proof. So great with opening those doors. And then if I go to specific use cases, let's check free trials to paid conversions. This is big. We have again perfect hierarchy, how we actually present those features and go a level deeper. So we never overwhelm our prospect. We go along them. We help them also to emotionally solve that there's everything they need. And then I really like this interactive demo where you can see free trial conversion in action. So there is a product tour, and great done that you can actually think of very different use cases how to use this interactive demo. So you take this from like higher hierarchical messaging levels to actually immerse your visitor deeper in the story and help them future pace, like immerse them in this future state where they will be winning. So I also love that they are actually optimizing for these different personas. If I choose sales, I know I will be getting very relevant information. Everything is very oriented to see like how I will be winning. Everything is future pacing me. Like there is progress bar and it's very powerful. And then let's also check the last criteria. Is it visible? The pricing and the packages. So here I want to actually pause a bit and discuss the H1. So turn your product into a growth engine. They are doing this so right. Instead of having an H1 pricing all over their headline, they are actually leading with USP. There is nothing better you can do at this point. As your visitors are shifting from consuming your homepage onto your pricing page, you want to remind them this is why you came here for. So this is what you want. This is your dream state. So this is best practice. again, they are reminding me it is as good for Fortune 500 companies as it is for startups. And then I have some perfectly catered packages. I have optimized view for the Grow package. So it's very visible that they want to land me on this package. It's more colorful. The scheduled demo is popping up, and this is another doors to their sales team. One thing that I would optimize here, though, is those numbers. So when you have numbers, the prices integrated in such a large font, you are basically telling to your visitors subconscious that it's expensive. So I would maybe increase the accent on grow or start packages or some value that they want to talk about, and decrease the size, the font size, because it will better play with their psyche to tell them this is the perfect value for your money. So I think Appcues are perfectly solving for all these three criteria. And I also love how empathetic they are when they are mentioning like the visitor hopping in the driver's seat, or empowering them that they won't be like reliant on their developers. They can do this autonomously. So this is when I was mentioning the emotional part of the journey. This is how you can do this too. So I hope this was helpful. And I just want to mention that there are more Buyer First website reviews in Buyer First Buys newsletter. You can check more sessions and just get inspired about those better practices to get your website to Buyer First mission. Again, I'm Anushka. You can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you.